Hey everybody in the Crypto Code. Hope you are doing well. I promised you that I would show you a beta strategy that I've been testing, playing around with this week, and it's done really well. I've done some strategies similar to this in the past, so I wanted to show this to you. Now, WaveBot 3 and WaveBot 4 are still my favorite strategies. However, this strategy here is something that works really well especially when we get into these periods of the market where we have low volatility, where we're just kind of bouncing around. We're not having these huge price swings, but the strategy actually should also work really well in a big price swing as well. So the nice thing about this strategy is it will usually pull in a profit every single day, and it could actually pull in more than one profit each day. So it is based off of a 1 minute chart and also using the TCC Buy Sell indicator. You can pull up a WaveBot 4 chart and set this up. Put your time frame on a 1 minute chart. You can also test this out on a 2 minute chart as well. I've done 1 minute and 2 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how, let me talk about the strategy, and then I'm going to show you how to set up the strategy. So you can see I have this one sitting here, right here, and it is set on injective protocol, and it's set for a take profit at 1.5% with a 0.5 trigger to try to follow the price up. And you can see that it's following the price up right now. It's at 0.80%. So I'm looking for just a small tick in the price. So let me go ahead and kind of explain how this works. If you can see here, this has $410 of capital tied up into it right now. It has completed 2 safety orders. So it has it has a maximum of 5 safety orders that it can do, and I'll talk about that in a minute. It's already completed 2 of those, and this one called active, what that means is this is a limit order that's sitting there on the price scale. If the price comes down, it will place the order. So it's going to get ready to take that price. So let me show you what's different about this bot versus WaveBot 3, WaveBot 4, and then even if you're an old timer, WaveBot 1 and 2. So the difference between this is, let me just show you the settings, and then I'm going to walk you through it. So actually, let me go show it to you here and walk you in the settings of the actual bot strategy. So you can see my settings here. I'm going to go ahead and hit edit here. You'll see my settings. I basically have the pair set up. I have a base order size of 100. I am reinvesting my profit 100%. I have a trading view, custom signal. I have the quote currency, profit currency, the limit order. You don't need to change any of that. And then from here, I have my target percentage of 1.5%. And then I have a trailing deviation of 0.5. That's a 0.5% where it's going to try to follow the price up. So what will happen is when this hits 1.5%, it'll hit the take target profit, and as soon as it drops down another 0.5%, then it'll take the profit. So say this rises up to 3% profit and then drops down to 2.5, it'll take the profit at 2.5%. All right, but it's the same thing. If it gets to 1.5% and then drops down, it'll take profit at 1%. All right, the next thing is I have my safety order size at 100, and then I have the max safety order count at 5, and then I have my safety order volume scale at 2, and then I have my safety order step scale at 2, and then my price deviation is at 1%. And then I do have my max active safety order count at 1. And what that does is it places what's called a limit order. So if you have $200 and your first order is $100, that's your base order, the bot starts. The second order is also going to get placed. It's called a limit order. It's going to sit down at the price, and it's going to say, as soon as that price touches that line, buy it. And that's what that was what a safety order, a max active safety order is. So let me go ahead and kind of explain what this is. So what's happening is I'm starting out with $100. So let me bring it up on this chart to kind of show you, and I've marked it out. So what happens is when this got a strong buy alert right here, it bought. So this is going off the strong buy alert. Now usually with a strong buy alert on a 1 minute chart, you know, it might go up, but it might not. You'll notice if I flip this onto a 5 minute chart here, you generally will you might even want to try this strategy on a 5 minute chart. You may actually get that price increase. However, it might take a little bit longer to actually start the bot. So like this is on Saturday, you got one on Saturday, you got another one on Sunday, you got another one on Sunday, and then you got one on Monday. So the alerts might be far and few between, and that's why I'm doing this on a 1 minute chart, to try to catch these faster. But it has its consequences too, which can be good consequences. So my first order was here at $7.43. So that was when it bought. Well, then the price dropped down 1%. So it dropped down a whole percent right here. All right, it dropped down 1% about, and let me just make this a little bigger so you guys can see this. So it dropped 1%, and then let's try this again. It dropped 1%. Boom. Okay. And then it bought again. And it just automatically bought because of the way you set it up in the bot. So if you go up and you set an actual grid, these are pretty much a grid, it'll buy on that level. Okay, so the next thing is, so it bought. So now the price went down again, but this time the price had to go down 2% before it bought again. Okay, and that is this setting right here, this safety order volume scale. So it basically has to go 2 times, or actually the step scale is it. The step scale is it. So basically it has to go 2 times the amount each time. So it was 1% here, this was 2% here. Well, take a guess if it has to keep dollar cost averaging down, what this one is. Yep, you probably guessed it. That's 4%. All right, so it's a 4% from here, and it hasn't done that yet. Okay, so let's say it has to go down again. All right, what's that one going to be? Well, that one's going to be an 8. It's going to be higher. It's like an 8% or so. All right, so it doubles every time, and then there's another one down here. So all the 5 safety orders, that's a 21%. So that's a huge gap right there. And the reason you do this is this protects you. If this dropped down 31%, that would protect you with your safety orders. And then the nice thing is your price only has to come back up a little bit to actually hit that 1.5% profit. And so when you look at a token on a 1-day chart, and if I were to look at Injective Protocol on a 1-day chart, and I look at these drops here and I see how significant are these drops here. So if I look at this here, and that's actually a 55% drop there. That was a big drop right there, okay? And here one is here. That was a 44% drop right there. All right, and this one here, actually that's about a 30% drop right there. Okay, and then this one is about a 31% drop right there. And so this is the nice thing about this type of a strategy is if the price tanks, then you'll be protected on your bot for those price levels. And then when price, if it comes way down, then all it has to do is come up a little bit and for you to get into profit. And it'll be a much bigger profit because you've DCA'd down. So this particular bot, because I set that up for 100 and 100, and then I did what's called a safety order volume scale. So that means the first time it's going to do $100. The second time it's going to also do $100. But the third time it's going to do $200. And then, in fact, I'll bring up this list here so you guys can see this table. So basically, it will do $100 the first time on the base order, $100 on the first safety order, then $200 on the third safety order, then $400 on the third safety order, then $800 on the fourth safety order, and then $1,600 on the fifth safety order. So what that gives you is a 31% protection on your DCA, and that means that the price just has to come up 1.5% up from that 31% drop for you to take a profit. And then once you've gone down that far, it'll be a really, really nice profit. So yes, you might get a bot stuck for 25 days, but then you'll come back with a several $100 profit in this. Now you could adjust this, and you could say, let's start out the first order at 25, and then actually let's go to the base order here. You could say, I could start the base order at 25, and then I could put the safety order at 50. Okay, and in this case, I would need $1,500 for the bot. And if I click here on table, it'll tell me exactly what I would need for that bot as it DCAs down. So it would still protect me 31%. Now let's just say I put that down to 6 levels. That's going to protect me at 63% and would require $3,177 for that bot. Now let's just say it went down 63% in the course of a month, and then asked to just come up 1.5% for you to get a profit from there. All right, so what would that 3,177? Let's say worst case scenario, it does that, and you would just have to 1.5%, and that would be $47 on that particular one here. But let's go ahead and crank this up to the settings that I had that at. Let's say that was at 100. Actually, sorry, let me go adjust this again. Let's say this was at the base order. Where's my base order? That base order was at 100, and then my safety order was at 100, and hold on one second. Okay, so I adjusted that up a little bit. So a maximum drawdown of 31% would do $3,201, and let's say it sold it at the 1.5%, 3,201 times 1.5%, that is $48. But let's just say it did a 2.5%, 3,201 times 2.5%, and that would be $80. Now, usually when a token drops down that far and then starts to go back up, it's going to go up a lot more than the 30%. So what you can do in that situation is, if you look at this, you can kind of look at this drop and say, okay, it dropped down 31%, but how high did it go back up? It went back up 28%, let's just say. So let's just take that case example. Here, you could actually go adjust your running bot and say 3,201 times 30, or what did I say, 21%? Let's just say 21%, what the heck? 3,201 times 21%. And, oh, that was wrong. Hold on. That's actually $672 at 21%. And so that is a strategy that you could use. It would involve modifying a little bit. So notice this came up from here all the way up 139%. So let's say you were in that situation, you could adjust that and do 139%, and just for fun, let's calculate that out. That would be a $4,449 return on that. So what I love about this bot is this bot strategy here will run, and it will take a lot of daily profits. Probably about every day it'll take you a profit, but if the bot does get stuck and it DCAs down, well, then that's a good thing, and you're just going to catch that bot on the upside and you can make a very significant profit on that. Let's take a look at where that's at. So today's a really slow day in the market. I'll show you right now on that chart again. We're at the take profit level is 7.4, right? And I've DCA'd 2 levels down. So remember, when I started right here and I've DCA'd here and here, basically my bot needs to just come right back up here to get me into a nice profit. And what will that profit be today? If it doesn't DCA down anymore, what will that profit be today? Let's just calculate that out. So I have 56.1 injective protocol tokens, 56.1 injective protocol tokens, and then let's say that gets to the 7.43. Okay, and this is the minimum. All right, so I'm going to make a minimum profit 7.433. So let's say that kicks up today. Hold on, that wasn't right. Sorry, that was right. And so I would take me $416, and I have $410 in here. So basically I would make a $7 profit today if that comes into profit. And then this could happen multiple times in a day. So like right here, if your bot was running on here and you would have got that strong buy right there, well, there's a 3.44% profit right there. So that's actually this morning. So you could have made a 3.44% profit today and on one. So, you know, you would have done $100 times 3.44% if you followed it up that high. And, you know, that'd be $3.44. So, you know, today this is probably going to make about $11. So just to kind of show you guys some of the numbers that this one has already done, again, since I started it. Again, I'll just review this again, and I'll go into another one where I have a higher one. So it made $2.16 on the 23rd, 98 cents on the 24th, and $13.58 on that other day. Hold on, I've got another one that's similar to this one here running, and it's this one. I have this one set up for a 4% profit. Let's see how this one has done. This one has actually done pretty well. I've actually made $15.45. So the first day on the 24th, I made $3.96. And on the 25th, which is yesterday, I made $11.85. So this one is, you know, pretty much kind of on par. I've been kind of testing out the percentages there. So that's the strategy, guys. So to kind of recap, you would pull up your token on a 1-minute chart, or you could do a 2-minute chart. And then you just go ahead and set an alert. You would set an alert up here for buy sell, and then you would do the strong buy once per bar, and then you would set your alert name, then you would put your alert signal, and the alert signal would just be right here, the message for deal start. That's all you need to do, the message from deal start. I'm not going to expand that one, but that would be the message for deal start right there. And then from here, you put that message in there, you hit create, and then that will run. Anytime we get a strong buy, that will run and will start the deal. And then again on 3 commas to go ahead and edit your settings here. You just set this up the way I showed you at the beginning of the video. I'm not going to reset that up, but that's what you would do. And so I believe this strategy is going to be really good. Again, test it, guys. Demo it, run it in demo mode. I think that you'll be surprised with this one, and even if it gets stuck, just make sure you have that much capital, and then when it returns, it could actually return you a pretty significant profit. You might just want to, like, boom, get the 1.5% and get you some nice profit, or you might actually want to hold that one and run that for a little bit. Okay, guys, let me know how it goes with those results. I know this video is a little bit longer, but hopefully you were able to kind of learn a little bit how DCA works and as you're going through the interface of 3 commas. Alrighty, guys, thanks.